Fellow Nigerians, I greet you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your location and the time you watch this video. I want to encourage everyone who may come across this video to please share among your contacts, post it, share it, let it get to political leaders. Let it get to the politicians. Let it get across the entire nations. Make this video go viral so that many people will see it. Our politicians will see it. They will watch it. And we pray that people would actually make sense out of this. Our politicians need to stop this wickedness and reduce the cost of governance. You can't be going home with tens of millions and you expect the poor masses to live on tens of thousands when the minimum wage you are proposing cannot even buy a 50 kg of rice. That is not right. The politicians, some of them from governor, they become senator. From senator, some of them become governors and all that. We've heard of some states who are still paying the past governors after they've left office. So a governor who have ruled for 4 or 5 years now became a senator, will still be collecting money as a past governor and also be collecting money as a senator. That is not right. All this excessive cost of governance should stop. You see many politicians sending their children overseas to go and study abroad. None of the politicians overseas in the West send their children to any of the countries in Africa to study. When our politicians are sick, they all run to the Western countries for medical attention. None of the politicians in the Western countries rush to Africa for medical attention. And a lot of the medical practitioners in the Western countries are even Nigerians. They are Africans. So you rush there, it is the same people that you do not trust in this country that you will meet there who would not attend to you. A lot of them had to leave because of the poor governors, the bad governors in the country. A lot of the university lecturers overseas are Nigerians, are Africans. So you do not trust them to educate your children in your country. You send them abroad, and then the university over there see what you could not see in them and engage them to deliver, to lecture your children, to impart your children with knowledge. Instead of them imparting the knowledge at home, then they have to run out of the country because of bad governance, and then you send your children to meet them over there for them to be educated by the same people you do not trust. Why would a minister of health fly overseas for medical attention? Why should a commissioner of health in one state go to another state for medical attention? If you cannot trust the health system in your state as the commissioner of health, then you should resign. As a commissioner of health, you should be able to go to the public hospital, the government hospitals, to seek medical attention, not even interstate, let alone traveling outside the country. As a commissioner of education, your children should be in government schools, not even private schools, in the state that you are a commissioner. As a minister of education, your children should be in government schools. If they are in high school, they should be in government secondary schools. If they are in the university, they should be in government universities state government or federal government universities, not even private universities, not even private schools. A lot of politicians in the West send their children to public schools, to private, to government schools. They seek medical attention in their state, in their country. They don't travel outside their country. If the president of America is out of America and falls sick, he rushes back to America for medical attention. If the Prime Minister of United Kingdom is out of the UK and is ill, he or she will run back to UK for medical attention. But in our own case, when our people are sick in Nigeria, they will run outside Nigeria to seek medical attention outside the country. It's politicians like you that have made the health system, the educational system to work, that makes it to become attractive to you to trust in their system and rush there. So if you know you cannot actually develop the system, develop the country to that point where you, starting from you, can trust in the system, then you should just resign. There's no point for you to be there. I mean, it's like somebody who is running a restaurant, and then your children cannot eat from your restaurant. Rather, you give them money to go and buy food from another restaurant, the same kind of food you are selling. You give your children money to go and eat from another restaurant. That means you do not trust your own food for your children to be able to eat from it. And yet you want people to trust in your own restaurant and patronize you. Then that is wrong. For people to actually trust in your government, to trust in your leadership, it must start with you and your household. As a government official, as a minister, as a governor, as a president, as a vice president, as commissioners, your family should be able to attend public hospital, not private hospitals. Your children should be able to go to government schools, not private schools. You start from there. Because when you know that you will go to that private government hospital, you will want to invest, you will want to get the good equipment, medical equipment that will serve the hospitals to be able to take care of a human being when they are ill. If you know that your children will go to public schools, government schools, you will actually want to pay attention to the lecturers, to the teachers. You will want to actually invest in education because you want your children to get the best of it. So if you cannot send your children to that place, to the government school, then that means you intentionally do not care about the educational system of the nation where you are in charge, where you are in position, where you are in power, where you are in the corridor of powers, where you are a leader, a political leader. So if you can't do anything while you are a leader, then is it when you leave office that you'll be able to do something? Certainly no. How many politicians from the Western world come to Africa to buy landed properties, to build houses, to buy houses? How many of them? None. The American president uses vehicles made in America. The British Prime Minister used vehicle made in Britain. Why can't Nigerian politicians, the president, use a vehicle that is manufactured and coupled in Nigeria? Why can't the governors make use of vehicles that are made, that were coupled, that were manufactured in Nigeria? The lawmakers, they don't need to be on salaries. They should be on sitting allowances. And anyone who does not attend the whenever they have the seats. Anybody who is not there should not be paid. No work, no pay. That is what it should be. It's not to place them on salary and ambiguous allowances. That is not right. The politicians, the high and mighty, you tell the poor masses to endure, to manage, to be patient, and you are not willing to endure, you are not willing to be patient. Why don't you politicians, the governors, the senators, the members of House of Reps, members of House of Assemblies, why don't you say for the next 4 years you are not going to collect salaries? Because you are already multi-billionaires even before becoming governor, before becoming senators and all that, before becoming a president. A lot of you have private jets. Why do you as a president go and get another private jet? Why don't you endure the old private jet that the nation had and use your own personal private jet if you do not trust the country's private jet? You will fly private jets to go to UK. Why the UK Prime Minister, when he or she is traveling, will use British Airways? So, and yet you are not as rich as a UK, but yet you can't fly a commercial flight to travel around when you are going to places that you need to go to. So all these excessive cost of governance should really be looked into and put an end to. I mean, you can imagine if the ministers, the uh, senators, and all that, they no longer buy them vehicles. They should use their own vehicles. They should stop all this. Use their own vehicle. They all have multiple vehicles before contesting elections. They're already wealthy. So they don't need the government to buy them vehicles. They should be able to use their own vehicle to serve the nation, because they pledge they want to serve the nation. So they should actually serve the nation using their own personal properties to serve the nation. If you are not really willing to serve the nation, then don't bother contesting. Go and face your business empires and continue your business, and leave those who are willing to sacrifice for the nation to actually sacrifice for the nation, so that the country can be built out of the sinking boat of poverty and loan that had been borrowed across the globe. Because these are one of the ways that we can actually get more funds to repay what has been borrowed. The government knows how the oil is being stolen away from the nation. If the government really truly wants to stop it, they know what to do to put a stop to all this. And if all these oil theft are actually stopped, they will be able to bring more funds into the state coffers and be able to take care of the masses, build infrastructures, create more jobs, and get the economy going, to boost the economy, and will be able to start paying back that which had been borrowed. So, you look at the way politicians, every little thing they have traveled overseas, every little thing they want to go on holidays, they will go overseas for holidays. How many of the Western politicians come to Africa to come and rest? That they are on holidays, they are coming to Africa for rest. How many of them do that? If you truly want to rest, you have your house. Go to your house and rest. If you're on leave, go home and rest. You don't need to travel to UK, France, Germany, America, Canada, Australia, and the likes for you to Dubai for you to go and rest. You don't need. You can go to your own village to go and rest. Go and rest. That is where you can actually get proper rest. in your own house. I mean, emulate those Western politicians that have built their nations and made it attractive for people to be coming there. Also, build your own home and make it attractive so that people will not be running away, so that people will also be willing to come and patronize you. People will be willing to come. So please let us share this video. Let the politicians, let them see this video, let them watch this video. And I also want to appeal to the religious ministers, uh, the Christian leaders, the Islamic clerics, the traditional leaders, to also preach the truth to their congregations, to their followers. It's not all about bring money, bring money, bring money. They should teach them the truth, preach the truth. Let the truth be told. Let there be some sanity in the system so that people can begin to repent and have pity, have compassion on the poor. They should have empathy on the masses and stop this excessive cost of governance. Let them reduce it. I mean, if we are asking, if the government is saying they can only pay 70,000 as minimum wage, then the senators should also reduce their salary by 90%. They should remove 90% and leave on 10%. So a senator that is going home with 30 million every month, they should only, everything, the total package with allowances and all that should not be more than 3 million, 2.5 to 3 million maximum for each senator, so that they can reduce all this excessive cost of governance. Any government from the presidency downward that would want any official vehicle, or that actually need to get official vehicle, they should patronize our people, our brothers who are manufacturing vehicles locally. Go and buy from them. That will create more jobs for those companies to employ people in the country. Create more jobs. You want people to eat locally made food. Let it start from you, the politicians. Let it start from Aso Rock. Let it start from all the state houses, the government houses. Let it be that all the federal politicians, the state politicians, the local government politicians, they are all eating locally made rice. They are all eating locally made food. Then you can now tell people to focus on locally made food as well to eat. Not when you patronize the foreign food, foreign cars, foreign clothes, foreign shoes, foreign everything foreign. If possible, if it's possible for African politicians to import foreign air to breathe, they will import foreign oxygen to live on, to breathe in, because they do not trust even the oxygen that they breathe within their country. If it was possible for our politicians to import foreign oxygen, they will import foreign oxygen and leave the polluted one for the poor masses to breathe. Please let us share this video. Let this video go viral, and we hope that many people will make sense out of this video and let the politicians actually give it a thought and stop this excessive governance. God bless you.